Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working a bit on our worlds and trying to get them slightly more efficient. But we're also working on our energy credits here. But yes, our worlds are very, very not specialized at this moment. It's a mess. And it's a mess not really by design, but more by necessity. We were forced into making our worlds be kind of awful by the circumstances of the AI. Now, we're currently lacking housing here. I do like to have one city district on each of these worlds. This just switched over to being a generator world, and I like that concept, actually. Look how many generator districts we can put on here. Interesting. So I'm going to make that official, and we're going to put in an energy grid. Cool. So that looks good. We just dipped quite negative in our minerals in particular. I'm going to buy in some minerals here. We're going to sell off some exotic gases to keep us afloat. I'm guessing this is probably due to jobs switching around and our constructions being incomplete here. We'll see what ends up happening over time, but we're definitely going to work on transitioning this economy into something better. Definitely something better. Now, our construction ships aren't doing much at this moment. We're sitting on 23k alloys, and I would very much like to have our construction ships doing something. Where are they? Here they are. Okay, so we're working on a gateway site and a hyper relay. Both of those are going to need to happen eventually, so that's okay for now. We can bank up our alloys. We can store a lot of alloys, so I'm not concerned about that. We can definitely get some mega structures going pretty soon, and that is going to be good. I didn't necessarily want to come in here, but that's fine. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on this situation up here. Let's see. Capacity subsidies are off. Mining subsidies is something we could run here. And mining subsidies should actually be quite efficient. Let's run that. Beautiful. So that'll do the trick there. As far as our energy credits and our food go, we're not that negative on food. This tech world requires a job, and I'm simply going to put in a research complex there. Energy credits are the larger concern here. The food is not that big of a concern. This world is a forge world. Let's see. This is an industrial world. I was thinking about potentially putting in an agriculture district here. It's not... I don't think I will. It's not actually a good thing to do. What we could do, though, is put in food processing centers here, and that alone should... Oh, hello. Our food problem fixed itself. But this should be fine. That will also work towards getting that fixed. So no problem there. This research station requires a job and housing. That pretty much means a research district for the moment. And we're at 204 influence at this moment. We could start thinking about upgrading some of these stations. We would need to have the number of slots here done. This is a trade station at this moment, and I think that's completely fine. We should probably consider, at the very least, putting in... Let's see here. Where is it? The Galactic Stock Exchange. There we go. This guy. We should put that guy in. Cool. And probably max out the trade districts here so that we can upgrade this into a habitat. Looks like those need to actually finish their construction, though. Okay. So we'll let that go for the time being.
Research actualized.
We should go through all of our existing stations. We will be building more stations. This is actually one that we should be able to upgrade immediately, and we'll do that. Yeah, we're going to be building more stations. There's no doubt about that. Energy weapon fire rate looks good. This is all just repeatable tech. So in that case, I'm going to turn on auto research for that. Habitability modification is fine. We'll take that. No, I want to be on fastest. Thank you very much. Okay, so Forge World here needs a job. And it is actually a Forge World. So we could consider... We've got this kind of pointless mineral purification plant here. I'm assuming the plan was to build more mining districts when we had a mining issue. Although for now we don't. That will likely change unless we develop a world like, say... Actually, this one. We'll be fine. We'll be fine on that front. So in that case, we should consider getting rid of this mineral purification plant. The real question is, what do we put in its place? This is a Forge world. We already have a Ministry of Production. We already have an alloy megaforge, a civilian industry. We have an ancient refinery on here. Do we just go for a fortress? That's an option. And I think it's a good one. Although we are lacking a posthumous employment center, but I'm kind of leaning away from putting those in at this stage of the game. So let's do that. And we've got this generator world here that needs a job. Obviously, we're going to build a generator district, right? With this deficit of energy credits, absolutely that's going to be a thing. Any other jobs that we need to work on here right now? No. Okay, cool. This archaeological site is pending. We're about to find Zarklan. Cool. That's fine. Robomodding. I guess we'll grab living metal here. Everything else in there is repeatable text. So if it's still all repeatable text, then we're probably going to go on to auto research after that. So that's fine. Okay, the gateway in Amara is ready to go. So we're going to get that upgrading. We need energy credits for that. Right. Okay, we'll sell off some volatile motes to do it. There we go. We'll get that going. Next up, I want this guy to head over to Edamar. Oh, that gateway site is still upgrading. Right. In that case, we've got one at Nightbirth already. We've got one at Amara. We've got one at Edamar. So we need to go to Ascension's End. This one can use the gateway in Halvam. But I think for the moment, that does make sense to put a gateway in Ascension's End. So we could put that... Yeah, I think making it here does make a lot of sense. We'll do that for now. That won't take us very long to get to. And then there's this general situation out over here. The Melwegal Union declared rivalry. That's okay. We're in a federation. We should be relatively safe at this point. And we're not concerned about either of these at this point. We're a little concerned about Bazanak still. And I do want to go after the Kalaktoran Protectors. Those are both things that I want to do. Now, if we were to do this, we would have to... Interesting. Oh, right. We're truced. That makes sense. We have the truce. I was like, hang on. Why does the Federation have this truce? No, we have the truce. I was mildly confused there, but we got there in the end. Fantastic. Any other job work we need to do here? I mean, Bardigan Prime needs a lot of jobs, but we have a lot of mining districts going in here. A whole lot of mining districts. So that all looks good. We also have some tile blockers here that we could, in theory, clear out? No. These 6 are blocked because we have these 6 city districts. Can we replace these with any additional mining? Nope. Okay. So that sounds absolutely fine. We are going to be eventually running low on our energy credits, and that is going to be a problem. I'm not too concerned about activating these relics at this moment. Seems fine. What do we want this world to be? That's an interesting question. I don't know. I think we'll come back to that once it actually needs jobs. We might make it be like a unification center, actually. A unification center does make a decent amount of sense to me. We don't have very many of those, and this world isn't amazing for other things other than, like, making it an industrial district. It would be okay at that. But I think a unification center does make a lot of sense here. So that would mean that we'd eventually end up putting a vault of acquisitions here. No, that makes sense to me. I like it. So this construction ship is building a hyper relay over here. We want to eventually also build a gateway here. So we'll get that done. And then we might want to build one over in Sheet as well, just to be on the safe side. So that would go out over this direction, right? Like that. Cool. We'll get that queued up. And that'll keep this construction ship busy for a good long time. No doubt about that. We are about to run out of energy credits here. Let's sell off a few rare crystals. And some zero. And some dark matter. Cool. Double checking here. Yeah, our fleet is full up for right now. That's to be expected. Okay, all is looking good there. We are going to want to get additional mega structures created. And our Unity is not amazing at this moment. There's no doubt about that. Any other job work to be done? Yes, this generator world. Carry out the fleet maneuvers as planned.
Situation log revised.
We'll get there. And for now, we want to build a generator district here. Okay, where's this special project at? A fleet with at least 4,000 fleet orbit and fleet power and an admiral. We can definitely do that. Okay, so we're going to go send, say, the lesser messenger. We don't actually have an admiral for this. Let's send one of our fleets that does have an admiral, like the Ready Swarm. Go carry out the maneuvers. That will not take them very long to do. So that looks good. I'm sure everyone will be very delighted that we're carrying out military maneuvers. We're about to get Chorus Prime colonized. That's a good sign. Now, we're going to be continuing to build gateways in a few locations here. I want a gateway in Tem. The Pickling Alliance
Enterprise established.
Just left the Galactic Information Entente. Now, that's fascinating. Are they still associated? Oh, they're rival to the Tuxcan entity.
Research actualized.
That's really interesting, though, that the Galactic Information Entente just lost the Pickling Alliance. That's a big deal. That is a really, really big deal. Okay, for right now, let's grab the Devolving Beam. That'll be fine. So, I'd like to be kind of friendly with these guys. I would love to get them into our federation, or even associated with our federation. Unfortunately, they're not friends with the Tuxcan entity. Which is, of course, these guys down here. A subsidiary under these guys. Well, it's fine. Okay, so these are now guaranteeing the Picklings. I didn't have any designs on actually attacking them, but this does mean that the Galactic Information Entente is a lot weaker now. What is going on over here? Look at all of these fleets. Are you sending all of these fleets in to deal with these pirates? I'm sorry, guys. This seems overkill. This seems super, super overkill. Are you in a war? No, you are not. You are not in a war. Okay. Oh, this is hilarious. They literally sent all of this to deal with 5.6k of pirates. This is perhaps the most overkill fleet I have ever seen. Ridiculous. I like how the main fleet is just ignoring the pirates, and they're just sending their fighters and missiles. I mean, that's all they need, to be honest. That is such ridiculous overkill. Maybe they just happened to be passing through there and going somewhere else. I don't know. But that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. Now, we should put in a city district here. We should put in our standard setup here. So we're going to put in a gene clinic. We're going to put in a corporate culture site. And we'll probably do it not in that order, but in this order. There we go. Cool. They subjugated the Picklings. Odd choice for the Picklings. To be clear, we don't care. We don't have offensive designs. We are not playing aggressive. We're just trying to build things. So we're fine with it. I mean, we get along pretty well with these guys. Or at least we did. They're wary and belligerent now, but that's fine. We traded in their guarantee for these guys' guarantee. It's okay. We should be absolutely fine. Now, I do want to continue to work on building up our own fleet power. There's no doubt that our fleets are a little on the weaker side. That's for sure. We're going to put in a generator district here. What other job work can we do? This research station. Okay. This research station really should be upgraded to a habitat, but I'm going to also get a business management nexus. That'll get us a job, right? Yes. I'm going to get us a business management nexus to hopefully allow these guys to work. I don't know if they actually will. They can't be a researcher. There are no jobs for worker pops on the planet. So they're probably going to end up migrating instead, but we'll see. We will see. So our deficit is getting a little bit better in energy credits, but it's still a little on the grim side, no doubt about that. But we've definitely made some progress. We are currently building our gateway site here, and we're building our gateway site in Ascension's End as well. Now, I again would like to come down here and build a gateway next to this hyper relay. Looks like we're 2 months away from being able to queue that up. Sure. Let's take a look at our mega structures here. Our mega shipyard is finished. Our science nexus is done. Our second science nexus is being worked on. So that all looks very, very good, right? We know that we're getting a lot of tech out of that. Like a ridiculous amount of tech out of it. All of this is kind of mediocre at this point. I don't really care too much about it. We could start thinking about selling alloys, but the price is very low. It's interesting how low the price of alloys has been over the course of this game. Very interesting, in fact. I wonder if that's normal now. I don't know. We'll see.
Special project
For the time being,
actualized.
here on Vinjim, we need a job. A specialist job. Technicians aren't specialists. We'll probably have to wait for this guy to get demoted. How long before he does get demoted? Wait a sec. Oh, a robot pop. Okay. How long before this guy gets demoted? 283 days? That's fine. We don't even need to build anything here, to be honest. He'll find a job. No problem whatsoever there. This agro world suddenly requires an upgrade. Mining your own business, huh? We'll try to stop the
Situation
machine.
log revised.
So what do we have in our situation log? We need a construction ship in Dorful. You know, I was thinking about building another construction ship anyway. Let's do it. We can, of course, get there very quickly. So no problem with that. Any other worlds other than Vinjim which we decided not to take action on? No. Okay, that's fine. We should get another construction ship here very, very soon. We're no longer nearly as influence capped, so we should be fine to run 3 construction ships. I'm not concerned about that. So the install is going to head down to Dorful and research that project. Not like it'll take it long to get there. We can get around our empire quite quickly now. And I did want to get this a gateway site queued up in Tem. That did not select the way I wanted it to. Select, into Tem, and then we grab the gateway site. Perfect. Are you doing that now? Did you? Oh, I'm dumb. Stop. Okay. We built this gateway site first. We just lost that progress. I didn't expect it to actually work that way. That's not the way that it usually works. It usually continues that existing one, or at least leaves the progress. But apparently that's the way that this works while doing this. Okay, that's exciting. Well, for now, we're going to build another gateway site out over here. Okay. Now that's queued up correctly. Cool. Well, that definitely could have gone better. No doubt about that. But it's not the end of the world. It will be fine. And there's that job on Vinjim just taunting me at this point. But I'm just waiting for him to demote. Or I suppose he could migrate. But we're really, really waiting for him to demote. We need worker jobs here filled. We don't need specialists. So 180 days, 6 months on that. Not too bad. Should be absolutely fine. Okay, so the next question is, do we want a 4th construction ship? What would we do with a 4th construction ship. We are getting close at this point to no longer be working
Special
on...
project
this world just got
actualized.
terraformed. We should colonize that. We're getting close to no longer working on gateways. And we get 4 monthly minerals out of this. Okay, that's going to take a while to pay off. No doubt about that. We have a job on our capital that we need to resettle over to somewhere. I'd like to take this to a generator world. This is a worker job, so that would be ideal on a generator world. Right, this bug. This is because of the UI scaling. It's a long-standing bug that I hope Paradox eventually fixes. We'll move this over to Sheet 3, no problem. Okay. Now, I think that we don't need that 4th construction ship. We're low on our influence right now, and we are going to need additional influence as we look to build... Well, these are all Unity, but we'll still need it. Tow it to the starbase for disposal. Okay, so after we're done here, we're going to head up into the L cluster, I think. We could start building orbital rings. That is definitely a thing that we should probably do. Yeah, we probably should do that. But I think I want to build these mega structures as well. We can build another Science Nexus site. Hang on. Yeah, there's just no sites that we can actually build it at. I thought that's how that ended up working. Yeah, we can't build that. We can build a Sentry Array site, and I would love to do so. And we could build that, like, right over here. So we'll get that queued up. That sounds good. Living Metal Mega Construction finishing. I like it. Armor hardening for living reactive armor. Sure, might as well. It's a non-repeatable tech. They completed their Sentry Array.
Upscaling
that's
complete.
to be expected. Cool. Remember, we can work on 2 at once. We can work on 2 mega structures at once. We're currently working on the Science Nexus research wings, so we can't queue up another one once this one starts, which we're almost there. Excellent. I wouldn't mind getting another fleet here pretty soon. We're going to run out of energy credits eventually. Yes, we're aware of that. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. For the moment, this is all looking good. Now, keep in mind, we are going to start getting aggressive about our construction eventually. We're not there yet. What is this?
Potential spaceborne resource
Do I know
encountered.
this event? I don't think I do. Upcoming trial, logistics remodeling. The routing of various goods is the lifeblood of our prosperous trade federation. But so far, each empire has relied on their own logistics standards with regards to container design, loading procedures, and shipping pipelines. In order to maximize efficiency, a new trial project will commence in a few years, one that aims to investigate and trial a new, specific shipping standard that would be applied to all members of the Federation. Participation requires a system with at least 50 trade value flowing through it. Furthermore, the existence of an off-world trading company would mean increased statistical data, and so is encouraged. Due to the vast scope of this project, some costs will apply, but it's for the greater good, that is to say, more future profit. Every member of the Federation is strongly encouraged to participate. Yes, we will definitely participate. How do we do that? Is that... It's a Federation thing, right? Is that a Federation law going through? I don't think so. In order to participate, we would need... We definitely have that, right? Like, for example, Revok here. Revok has the Off-World Trading Company. And if we go in here, we can see that the Revok Trade Hub has 253 trade value flowing through it. So we definitely qualify. 100%. We have an idle leader? I guess we have this admiral. Okay. We'll toss an admiral in over here. Now we should no longer have an idle leader. We can do a leader trait, and we should do that. Let's see. Ship fire rate is pretty good. We'll grab that. Good job, Devour's Proteins. Excellent. Anything else that we need to do in here? As of right now, no. Our construction ships are all busy. Oh, did we colonize? I think we colonized this world already. Yes. Cool. So that looks good. No problems there. And we're going to get these gateways built up here. We're going to be able to get around very, very quickly indeed. I like it. So let's check all of our existing shipyards. Nightmare Station, good. Berylian doesn't really count. Ascension's End, good. Amara Station, good. And Edamar, good. And the Mega Shipyard, good. We were checking to make sure that all of those had a gateway. And that's great. The Picklings rivaled us. Hilarious. And these guys recalled their embassy. Okay, these guys might be thinking about attacking our Federation. Is that scary, though? I don't know about that. These guys are really strong when you factor in all of their subsidiaries. They're not on their own tremendously strong, but their subsidiaries are very strong. So that is definitely something to note. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue working on getting our constructions properly underway, under the auspices of our Federation. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, M. Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.